Hello and welcome back. I recently got the question, what riding gear do you have? What are you wearing? Now, as you've seen most likely in my videos, I have a Touratech Companero, but actually it's only partially a Companero suit. Now, is it just another gear review or maybe more? Let's find out.
Hello, I'm Nikolai. Welcome to Spoke Wanderer. Let's roll.
Now, I'm pretty sure there's many people out there with extensive experience on riding gear. And yes, when you go through the different channels, you find plenty of, how should I say, plenty of reviews. So now I'm gonna tell you my experience, what I made with the Companero, with my boots, what I have, what mistakes I made in regards of gloves. I show you quickly my helmet. It shouldn't be that extensive. I just want to briefly tell you that it is actually not as expensive, the Companero, than you may think. Now, just to mention, I'm not sponsored by anyone, so all the gear which I'm gonna show you, I bought by myself. It's my personal opinion and the story behind it. Some of the gear items, some of the gear I own since 10 years and still happy with it. So let's go into details. So now this is the Touratech Companero. Yeah. Now this is the first generation of Companero suit which came out. It's produced by Stadler, made in Germany. It's basically a 3-in-1 suit with level 2 protection. You have the GoreTex membrane outside, and you have the inner summer jacket, which is with a lot of mesh. And the difference between most suits is basically you have the protection in the inner jacket in the summer suit. So the GoreTex membrane, super easy, zip it off, take it off wherever you are, and just basically take it out. And you have the GoreTex membrane and the summer jacket. Now, as I mentioned, it's a 3-in-1 jacket. You have the summer jacket with the mesh. You have the GoreTex membrane, which is the outer jacket. It's also windproof. And if you are somewhere and you don't want to carry a jacket, you just have this as a rain protection to take a walk in a city if you want to keep the rest of the heavy stuff somewhere. Now, it's 10 years old, so it's a first generation. I bought it in 2011, if I'm not mistaken. The only investment what I made is I replaced 2 years ago the elbow, shoulder and back protector, because usually they have a limited lifespan and this safety factor was important to me. Now in the bag I have the original one, which was about what, 50 euro, and here I put not the original ones, I added the D3O protectors, picture here, which give additional airflow and well, they just feel fantastic. Yeah. The Companero, when I wanted to buy the Companero, it wasn't available anymore because it developed already 2 generations further. I think it was the World or World 2 and the Boreal. I checked online and I seen, okay, Stadler EVO, and it was winter sale, so I said, okay. Instead of almost 900 euro, I paid only 450 for the Stadler EVO GoreTex trouser. Which was a fantastic deal, so I took the opportunity and I didn't mind to have white on my trouser and yellow on the jacket. Now you're wondering for sure, why does he have the GoreTex membrane of Touratech? Well, it's very simple. The first generation, this is the opening when you want to put it over your boots. So it was always a headache when you have the summer suit. you can't fit with your boots in this, no matter what boots you have. You have to take the boots off, then you have to slip this over, take the boots on, and then you have the GoreTex membrane back. Now with the newer generations, they made a zipper which goes all the way up. So that means basically you can take you have the summer suit, you don't have to take your boots off, and you just slip it on. So it's just super simple, but let me show you. So I wanted to show you how easy it is to get this on with the boots on and not getting the boots off. So usually you have it on a motorcycle. And you're good to go. So you may wonder why you see here two different boots. One is from Daytona, the Trans-Open GTX, and one is from Alpinestars, the Toucan GTX. Both are GoreTex. This one I bought in 2011. This one I bought in 2020. So what is the difference? Now, the Daytona is a full leather boot. It's they say it's a little bit also an adventure boot, or well, it is an adventure boot. It has a steel cap in front. It is extremely sturdy leather. It's GoreTex up to the top. It's an extremely comfortable boot, but it doesn't have a lot of impact protection. So when you see, you can bend it, you can do everything. So it isn't the safest boot. Well, the leather is quite sturdy. Riding in hot weather, no issue at all. Up to 42 degrees, it's proven several hours in Croatia 2 years ago, and no issue at all. Now, why did I buy this one if this is so great? Well, last year I fell down and I got trapped with my leg under the bike, and it was squeezed a bit, and well, my ankle had problems for 2.5 months, and so I said, yeah, maybe a little bit of extra protection makes sense. Now, the Alpinestars, well-known boot, much more sturdy, with the 2 buckles, GoreTex up to here. It has a lot of protection features, so impact, so you don't bend it that easily, and also from here you have much more on the side protection, and certainly on the front. Now, it is a more stiff boot, so the Daytona is definitely a better walking boot when you go somewhere for sightseeing, but safety wise I think this one has more. Now, when I tried this boot, I tried also the CD Adventure 2. I choose the Toucan versus the Adventure 2 because here I have a little bit more room for my toes. Cost wise, for the Daytona in 2011 I paid, I think, 280 or 290 euro because it was also winter sale and discounted. Now I think it's still available on the market, 350 up to 400 euro I've seen it, so it's still quite expensive. Well, it's made in Germany and it's a real quality boot, which is extremely long lasting when you take care of it. And the Alpinestar, it's around 300, 320 euro, depends where you get it. I paid 290 because it was again on sale. So sometimes you just have to be lucky. Now what you see here, that's the Health Air and Dry GoreTex gloves. That's a combination out of summer and rain glove. It has 2 chambers. The lower chamber is the air, and the second chamber is the dry, as you can see here as well. It's full GoreTex, And here on the palm and in your hand, it's perforated leather. So I think even with some kangaroo leather is there. As long you are in the summer membrane, it's an extremely comfortable glove. You have good air, you have a good airy feeling here. It's all day riding, no issue at all. You have proper protection, as is typical for health. The only challenge what I always had is if I want to go after some riding into the middle membrane and you have a little bit of sweaty fingers, now it's not a problem because no sweaty hands, the glove is nice and dry. But if you have it some hours and then you have to switch membrane, then it might be a small challenge to come into the GoreTex membrane. And this was always a thing which I didn't like that much. So it's a glove which is around 200 euro. So you get 2 pair in one for 200 euro. It's definitely a good glove, but it just didn't work for me. Now, last summer I got from Touratech this bundle, so to say. It's the Touratech Gear World. It's basically also 2-in-1. It has this kind of enduro style summer glove with leather, with a shark tack, rubberish feeling here, soft protector here on your knuckles. You have some fabric, high-tech fabric up here, so it's quite nice in warm weather. I rode it till now the highest, I think it was 36 degrees. Absolutely comfortable, airy, and very good grip with this one here. And I rode it also in the cold period, where you have this over glove, which is basically you just slip it over and you're off you go. Now with these gloves, I was riding with 3 degrees outside. I put my heated grips and no issues at all. So hot weather, a little bit colder, absolutely good. Price wise, this comes way above 200 euro. It's about 250, 260 euro for this full combination. Not cheap, but I hope it lasts me at least 2-3 years, and when you break it down and it does the job, I'm happy with it. Now helmet wise, I have the Scorpion Exo ADX1 helmet. Now don't ask me about the specific color which it is. You get it in all kind of color combinations or single colors. It's not the lightest helmet. It's an ADV helmet. It's quite mid-priced, around what, 300, 330 euro, depends which style you have. And it's a flip-up helmet which I like very much. And as you know, ADV helmet, there is not many options, and especially not in this price segment. Now, as mentioned, it's not the lightest helmet. I can live with that. It's with the Sena 30K and with the Pro Shot mount, I think it's 1.8 kilo. The way it's configured now with all these extras. Yes, it's not the lightest helmet as mentioned, but I'm quite happy. It's also not the quietest helmet, but I can live with that. If I go higher speeds, earplugs. So what total costs did I have? Well, when you see the Companero jacket was 1,000, 1,100, I can't remember exactly anymore, plus for another 100 to replace the protectors to other level 2. If you break it down in 10 years, it's 100 what, 120 euro per year. I think that's a quite good investment. Now for the trouser, as I mentioned, if you would buy just the if you would buy at that time the EVO model from Stadler, it's 770 euro about, and I got it for 450. So the Touratech, if you want to have the combination, it's almost 1,000 euro. So I think I saved some money. Now, if you buy just this membrane, when you want to have the yellow and the long zipper on the side, it's almost 500 euro, just the GoreTex membrane. I got it for 240 because it was the Companero World model. It wasn't one of the newer, so they took it out of the assortment, and it fits to the Stadler model, and so it does the job. And if it lasts again 10 years, I think it was a pretty good investment. Glove-wise, well, they are good gloves. They just didn't work for me, the health, air and dry. 200 euro, not my piece of cake. I'm still gonna use them here and there, but not my preferred glove anymore. Now, this one was an absolutely good buy. Pure luxury, because 260 euro isn't little money. There would have been other options as well, and yes, I liked also the style of them. So yeah. Now, helmet, I'm happy with my Scorpion ADV helmet. Maybe in 2 years a new one is coming. Maybe in 2 years I buy a new one. Not sure if I go for the Touratech one, the new traveler helmet, which is also flip up helmet. You need to try, and most likely I will stick to this one because I like the feature of the flip up. So yeah. Boot wise, the Daytona I bought at that time, I think it was 280 euro. They were also reduced with an online shop, and in almost 10 years and what, 70,000 kilometers, they did a fantastic job, and they're still okay, and I'm still gonna keep them. And this one, the Alpinestars Toucan, yes, I made the white here blackish, so you don't see this, so it's not like too obvious. They were what, 290 euro. They were also a little bit reduced. I'm absolutely happy with this boot. Well, they have a little squeaking noise when you walk. That's okay, people hear you at least coming. You can take a city walk with them. Certainly they're not as comfortable than the Daytonas. But the protection, the extra protection which you get with them is absolutely fantastic, and I really like it. It's not an off-road boot, it's a nice touring boot which gives you this extra protection, and if you go a little bit light off-road, you have some more peace in mind. As a conclusion, actually it doesn't matter what brand we wear to ride, as long as we ride, right? Now, there's so many producers out there, and you know, be it Touratech by Stadler, be it Stadler itself, be it Rukka, Buse, Klim, Revit. I mean, they all are fantastic producers. No? At the end, we have to go try it on ourselves, make our experience, and see what suits us best. Now, it would be super cool if you hit the like button, leave me a comment below, hit the subscribe button, and see you soon. I'm Nikolai, your Spoke Wanderer. Ciao for now.